Hey guys, it's Sydney, and today we'll be talking about Insecure. Me actually doing a video I said I was gonna do. Wow. Just like the Soprano videos, I'm gonna go character by character. And even though this is covering all 5 seasons, I'm gonna be brief. Okay? I'm gonna be very brief. Because I watched the show so quickly, and then I took a little bit of a hiatus for like a week. I barely remember what's going on in the show. I'm so serious. I feel like if I go into everything, every little detail, the video is gonna be too long. And I'm not trying to do that to myself when I'm editing. We're gonna talk about my favorite character. Kelly. I love Kelly. I'm sorry. I love Kelly. Kelly is so funny. Kelly is so real. Kelly is so funny. But when I was watching my mom pointed out how the heavier set characters are always like the promiscuous ones that throw themselves at everybody. And I realized that too. I peeped that too. I was like, that's kind of weird. Like, let's unpack that. Okay, this is spoilers for all Insecure if you did not notice. But in the last season, she gets pregnant. And I was so high. I was like, oh my gosh. I was so happy for her. Because it's just like, she always says she want to have kids. But look at her having kids. Made her love her life and stuff. And he was originally a rebound for Daniel Kaluuya. I don't think I said his name right, but I love that for her. Like truthfully. And since we're talking about Kelly, let's talk about Tiffany. Tiffany, I'm sorry. Tiffany made me so mad. Tiffany made me so mad because she was always trying to judge somebody, how they look and how they did this and that third, when she be looking a mess half the time. Who told you to put on that dress for your baby shower? Was it her baby shower or was it her birthday? She looked a mess either way. She just be looking crazy. And then she got the audacity to say something about everybody. Like, you are not Anna Wintour. Well, you are, because Anna Wintour does the same thing. She be looking a mess, no shade. But I do think her postpartum storyline was done very well. Even though I've never had postpartum, it's very, important to spread awareness because it's not really something that's spoken on, especially in the Black community. All of them, they're really wrong for what they did to Tiffany when she was pregnant. Like, they low-key just, abandoned her. Not abandoned her, but, purposefully left her out of stuff. I know it was as a joke, kinda. But, if I was Tiffany, they would not be my friends anymore. The way these girls stick to so much stuff and I wouldn't. I'll be like, oh, we're not cool anymore. Because you're weird. They be doing weird stuff. Stop being weird. This is with Issa and Molly at the block party. Bro, if Molly would have done that stuff to me, oh, me and her would have never been friends ever again. Because you chose to blow up on me at this event that I've been planning for months. Because I think it all is rooted in the fact that she did it without Molly's help. All this other stuff, she had to ask Molly for help. And she had to get Molly to help her out. But the minute she got someone else to help her out, and Molly's always like, oh, you only call me when you need something. You only call me when you need something. The phone go both ways, sister. It goes both ways. It's just really strange. And even though it's right, she right, kind of, that Issa does do that, that doesn't mean you blow up on her at a party that she's been planning for months. When she's taking this big accomplishment, you always... you brought her, not always bring her down, but you bringing her down. That's weird. There's always a time and a place. I'm gonna talk about everybody at We Got Y'all except Frida. Frida, that's my queen, okay? That's my queen. You can't turn me against Frida. Except when that the Hispanic thing happened with the kids, I didn't know what the principal said. I think I walked out of the room where I wasn't paying attention or something like that. But basically, Frida, that's my queen. Now that I know why she was mad, basically the principal was excluding the Latino kids. Well, I'm like, oh, now that makes sense why she was mad. I just thought she was mad at Issa because she was mad that she was only teaching the Black kids, but only the Black kids were coming, so I was confused. But yeah, they should have just I'm glad they created a safe space for Latino kids outside of the school, because I wouldn't come either if my principal was acting like that. But yeah, everybody else at We Got Y'all is weird and racist and strange. Just strange, okay? And they treated Issa like she was dirt, even though she was low-key, like, she was doing a lot for that company, and they treated her horribly, and she was making no money because she was working at a non-profit. Like, duh. And it's crazy how all of her friends have these, like, really, really, really nice jobs, and her and Lawrence are bums. Like, that sucks. I would hate that. I'm glad that the block did so well, so she would never have to go back to We Got Y'all. But she shouldn't have quit like that. I'm sorry. One thing about Issa is that she's just gonna wait, and do stuff at the worst possible time. Like, she finally got her stuff together, and she's like, I'm gonna quit my job. What? Why would you do that? But we're talking about the block. Let's talk about Crenshaw. Crenshaw made me so mad. Because if Crenshaw knew, like, Issa was fighting for him in the meetings. So it was either, like, and, like, I don't think Issa was a sellout for doing that. I just think she was trying to give a platform to, like, she was still trying to give a platform to a black creator. And I'm glad it went well, but it could have went horribly wrong. Okay? And they were the only ones lining up. That was the only opportunity that they had, was with MBW. So it was either that or nothing. So, like, I understand why Issa acted like that. But I also understand why Crenshaw acted like that. But he was low-key wrong. He was, like, dragging it. He was right to be mad, but he was just dragging it. Like, you're doing too much. We're going to lump in all of Molly's love interests all together. Because they all just suck, okay? I'm going to rank them. Dro is the worst. Dro is the absolute worst. Because, like, he's so strange, you know? And we all knew the marriage wasn't going to work out. Andrew and Jared are low-key on the same level. But I respect Jared more because Jared didn't put up with that. Like, Andrew just took it. Like a loser. Stand up. Like, speaking of Andrew, how was she mad at Andrew for him wanting her to make, like, friends with his family, even though his brother did some crazy stuff? Like, you can't be with somebody and not, like, slightly get along with their family, you know? Like, you don't even have to be buddy, you just have to be, like, cordial. Like, Molly wasn't even cordial. She was, like, when the whole tickets thing happened, I was like, oh, she's kind of weird for that. Like, I understand, but you're kind of weird for that. Because at that point, like, you're not even trying. Because if that happened with Molly's family, if that happened with Jared and Molly's family, Molly would have made, not Jared, Andrew. They all the same. They all the same person in different fonts with different issues. Just like a slight tweak. Like, Jared just like boys a little bit. And Andrew is just a pushover. Like, if that was Molly's family that irritated Andrew and said some weird stuff to Andrew, then Molly would expect him to suck it up. Real talk. It's not equal. Like, that's what makes me mad about Molly, because she's a hypocrite. Like, the least you could do is be stubborn and be like, okay, okay, I'm stubborn. What about it? And this is that. But Molly act like she's not in the wrong at all. Like, I'm stubborn, but I can admit when I'm in the wrong a little bit. Like, I can admit, yeah, I'm wilding out a little bit. The next person would be Jared. I love Jared I love Jared. Like, Jared got done so wrong, and Molly was so stupid. And she kept trying to come back to him, and, like, I would have slammed the door in her face. Like, I wouldn't even let her come back the second time, bro. Jared really liked her, and she kept playing with his mind, trying to get with the dudes from the league. I forgot about the league, bro. The league, oh my gosh. She was doing all that stuff for the guys to be actually the same, just rich. Like, literally. And then she's like, oh, the guys are played out. We did this and that. She does that every time. She's like, she blames it on them. And I'm just like, girl, at some point it's you too. You're like weird. Like, that's the thing. Molly is so strange sometimes. And like, sometimes I get her. Like, I'm like, I would do the same thing on a low. But like, you're strange. And then the top one is Torin, and it's not even close. I'm so glad they got married. When they started getting close, I was just getting giddy. I was like, ee! At first I thought Torin was gay. Cause like they didn't make it seem like it was a romantic. I just thought it was like a really close friendship. And like, but when they revealed that they were, I was like, oh my gosh! I was hype. I was really hype. I was so happy. And I love Torin for Molly because they're like so similar. And y'all, if y'all know, I love a good enemies to lovers plot line. And I like it to be gradual. That's what I like. It happened over the seasons. Like a season or two, they hated each other. But then they were like, okay, you cool. You're cool. And then they're in love. I love that. I love that. And then it wasn't even like, it was like not even enemies, but rivals. I like rivals. Because it was like very clear that they were going against each other. Because what Molly did was low-key wrong in the beginning with Torin in the farm. Like, she should have just waited on him. Because like they did the presentation together, she should have waited together. Especially if they talked to each other about waiting, she should have just waited. Cause she was about to alienate herself from the whole group. Cause she kept talking about her old firm. Her old firm do this. Her old firm do that. Shut up. If you like your old firm so much, go back. But yeah, since we talked about Molly's love interest, let's talk about Molly herself. Okay. As I stated before, Molly does not bend at all. She expects the world. Like, she doesn't even expect the world to bend to her knees. She expects people around her and people that she values in her life to always bend to her. You can see this when her and Issa fell out. And and it's always Issa reaching out to Molly for them to, like, become friends again. You know, it's always that. And it's never Molly reaching out to Issa because Molly doesn't like to admit when she's wrong a lot of the time unless somebody else is admitting they're wrong first. And I'm just like, I understand that, but that's like kind of strange and weird. You know what I'm saying? I really wish that we spent more time with Molly in therapy. And that just might be the Sopranos fan in me talking. But I really wish we spent more time with her in therapy because I feel like we could have learned even more about her character with her examining herself. Because that's when I learn the most about myself. When I sit down and I examine my actions and I'm just like, girl, come on now. I'm still like mad about this. How was she mad at Jared for messing with a man before they even met? The fact that she messed with a girl and they were telling their stories? You're weird, bro. You're weird. I love that she got her happy ending with Torin though. I'm so happy that happened. And then she's out in Greece with her man. I love that for her. Now we're gonna talk about Issa's love interest, all right? Daniel is ranked the lowest. Daniel makes me mad because he's like really messy. Like every time something's going right with Issa in the first couple seasons, here come Daniel. And I feel like Lawrence then like replaced Daniel in that aspect when it came with her and Nathan. Because every time her and Nathan get it right, here come Lawrence. Shut up. Get out my face. Get out my face. But speaking of Nathan is next. Nathan is only not above Lawrence because he's just like, Nathan needs to be alone, okay? Nathan needs to be by himself. Like, him and Issa aren't gonna work out ever. Because Issa is stuck on Lawrence. Issa is never gonna leave Lawrence alone. So I just think Nathan just need to be with me or something. The next one is gonna be Lawrence. I like Lawrence. Lawrence, I'm so glad that him and Issa broke up in that first season. Because he did got his stuff together. All right, while I'm talking about Lawrence, I'm gonna talk about Condola as well. Condola, I really miss Condola and Issa's friendship. I really wish she didn't mess with Lawrence. I really wish that didn't happen, even though I had to. And it created a mess, and I love that. I really wish it did not happen because their friendship was so good. They bounced off each other so well. It would never be the same because you have a child with my man. But, like, I miss that badly. Like, we could have had it all. But Lawrence just had to be messing on anybody and everybody. I'm sorry. That's the one thing I don't like. Like, Lawrence messed with everybody. He cannot keep his legs closed. Busting it out the random white girls in the grocery store. Like, what is wrong with you? Condola was wrong for the way she treated Lawrence with that baby. I'm sorry. Cause like, she was mad at Lawrence because he wasn't being a good father because he moved away to San Francisco. But he already had that job in the works for months. He tried to be in that baby's life as much as possible, and she was the one that was like, oh, you can't stay with him. He can't stay with you. This, and that. You're not doing this. You're not doing that. You didn't even call him to tell him that his son was born. You texted him. You didn't even call him to see if he could be in the emergency room. So what? So who's wrong? Now, Condola's a great mother. She's just horrible to Lawrence when it comes to that baby. All right. And finally, we're gonna talk about Issa. Issa's just like me. She's just like me. I can't wait to rewatch this show when I'm in my 20s, and you know I've lived a little more life. I can't wait because this is a classic for me. This is my Joker. Okay, the Joker is my Joker. I love the Joker, but this Issa is messy. She's disorganized. She's indecisive. She's awkward. But I low-key just wanted Issa to be alone. Like, just a little bit. Just a little bit. Like, I'm glad she got with her man or whatever. I just kind of wanted her, like, not to at the end. And that's just me. That's just me, though. That's just me because I'm a little insane. But we move. You know, let me finish my makeup, and then I'll come back with an outro. And y'all can see me. All right. Now, I finished my makeup. Anyways, okay. What's it? All right, this is my outro. I'm done. Anyways, subscribe, like, follow me on social media, blondedsydney on Instagram and letterboxd. I've been trying to watch some more movies so I can pump out more content. 'Cause I like sitting down and talking, guys. I don't know. I like sitting down and talking. I don't like vlogging. I don't like doing this. So I'm trying to watch some movies. If y'all have any shows and movies that y'all want me to watch, just tell me. And Rhea, please don't comment Degrassi. Please. I'm trying. I'll when I'm done with The Sopranos, may pick Glee back up. Because I need some fun, some laughter, some unseriousness. You know, just a little bit. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see y'all in the next video. Bye, guys!